The Boston Red Sox return to Fenway like it's supposed to mean something. First home game of the year. They've been on the road. They're tired, they're 2-4, and now here come the Cardinals, 4-2, top of the NL Central, walking in with the swagger of a team that just put up 12 runs on the Angels and didn't even blink. Eric Fedor takes the mound for St. Louis. 1 start, 1 win. 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 run. ERA at 1.50. WHIP, a surgical 0.33. He hasn't pitched on the road this year, but last season he went 3-5 away with a 4.28 ERA. Not dominant, but dangerous. Boston counters with Walker Buehler, former ace. Now, he's carrying an 8.31 ERA and a WHIP of 1.62. Gave up 7 hits and 4 runs in 4.1 innings to the Rangers. 3 strikeouts, 1 bomb. Since his 2021 peak, he's been falling like a stone. Missed all of 2023, and it shows. The bats. Cardinals are hotter than a July sidewalk. Nootbaar's slashing, 417 with a 533 OBP, 2 homers, 7 runs. Arenado, 391. 6 RBIs. Victor Scott 2, hitting, 348, already stole 4 bags. This team is stealing bases, driving in runs. And not looking back. Boston, Wilyer Abreu is the one-man resistance. Batting, 500, 2 bombs, 6 RBIs. Everyone else. Duran's hitting, 231, Bregman hasn't driven in a single run, Kars's is stuck at 0.95, and Devers is lost at 0.87, no rhythm, no threat. Only 3 Sox have ever faced Fedor. 7 at-bats, 2 hits, 4 walks. All the hits, Devers. Only RBI, Devers. That's not enough data, it's a whisper, not a warning. The Cardinals have faced Buehler. They've hit 273 with a homer and 4 RBIs. They've seen him, and they've done damage. So here's your setup: Fedor's hot, St. Louis is surging, and Boston's hoping the smell of Fenway wakes up a flatter fence. Funny thing about hope, my brother built the sportsbook on it. And today's AI pick is Cardinals Moneyline. But if you think that was clear-cut, wait till you see what Malachi found. He's got Elvis behind him again, quiet as ever. But you can feel when the room gets colder. Let's go to game 2.
You feel that, Elvis? That edge in the air, like something's off. The Cubs are the darlings of the scoreboard right now. 60 runs already this season. That's 6.7 a game, most in baseball. 14 home runs, 10th in batting average. They hit hard, and they hit often, but they strike out like it's their job. Most in the league, 8.8 times a game. No discipline. Just muscle and mayhem. Shota Imanaga's getting the start for Chicago. It'll be his 3rd. The boy's been good. But that ERA isn't bulletproof. And the bullpen behind him? Fragile. Cubs are 26th in ERA. 28th in strikeouts per 9 innings. You know what that means? When they miss big. Now cue the Padres, 6-0, undefeated. Hitting, 298 as a team, 2nd best in baseball. You know what they don't do? Strike out. Least in the league. Just clean. Nasty contact. Randy Vasquez gets the nod. Only his 2nd start of the season, sure. But it almost doesn't matter when you're backed by the best ERA in baseball. That staff is sitting on a 1.57 ERA, best in the game, and somehow, they're dogs in this one. Underdogs. Against a team with a leaky rotation and a strikeout fetish. This game smells like trouble, Elvis. Like frostbite and footsteps in the dark. Remember the Ridge? I still hear 'em sometimes. And today's AI pick is Padres Moneyline. Let's see if Bonnie and Clyde are still speaking to each other. Game 3's up next.
You know that necklace you gave me, Clyde? The one from your grandmother? Yeah, it's missing. Disappeared the second your mother walked out the door this morning. And don't give me that innocent look. She was sniffing around that bedroom like a raccoon with a flashlight. She didn't come to visit, Clyde. She came to take it. She always hated that I had it. Said it should have stayed in the family. Newsflash, I am family, unfortunately.
Before we start pointing fingers and flipping furniture, maybe we take a breath. Maybe we check the house. Maybe, just maybe, it's not some grand jewel heist carried out by my 73-year-old mum in orthopedic shoes. Now, as for actual crimes, let's talk about the Mets batting average. Sitting at 188. That's not a lineup, it's a witness protection program. Meanwhile, the Blue Jays are hitting 288. Springer's batting 429, Jimenez has 3 bombs, and Gaussman's on the hill with a 3.00 ERA and a whip of 0.67. The man's throwing darts.
Oh, I'm sorry, are we pretending this is about baseball now? Because last I checked, Gaussman didn't sneak out of our house wearing my necklace and a smug smile. But you know what else is suspicious? The Mets being favored in this game. Their bats are colder than your mum's side of the bed. Tyler Meggles had one decent start. 1. Gaussman has pedigree, experience, control. But sure, let's all bet on New York because they've got a shiny payroll and one bloody Soto. Tell me, Clyde, does Soto know where my necklace is?
If he does, he's not returning my calls. But here's what I do know, there's value in truth, and even more in timing. The Blue Jays are hot. Gaussman's dialed in. And the Mets, they're undercooked and overpriced. So while you're busy lighting a candle and cursing my family tree, I'll keep it simple. And today's AI pick is Blue Jays Moneyline. Now on to Game 4.
You want fireworks? Good. Because this one's not built for quiet. The Yankees roll into Pittsburgh with Max Fried on the mound, and everyone's acting like that's the end of the story. But if you think Mitch Keller's just gonna lie down at PNC Park, you haven't been watching. The Pirates have been under machines 5 of their first 7 games, missed the total. And yet the computer's calling for a 9-run shootout. That's not a glitch. That's math catching up with momentum. Max Fried isn't untouchable. And Mitch Keller? He's talented, sure, but pressure cracks more than pipes. It cracks bullpens. It cracks batting orders. It cracks over tickets wide open in the 8th inning when no one's looking. The Yankees have already gone over in 3 of their 5. They score in bunches, and they don't care where the runs come from. The Pirates. They're not built for slugfest, but they don't have to be. They just have to show up. You want a pitcher's duel. Wrong game. This one smells like bruises and base runners. And today's AI pick is over 7.5. It won't be clean. It won't be polite. It'll be chaos at the corners and damage done with 2 outs. But if you're on the right side of the number, all that noise sounds like music. Let's wrap it up. One more game left. And trust me, Lilith's got something to say.
They'll tell you pitching matters tonight. Luzardo for the Phillies, Yamamoto for the Dodgers. That it's all about ERA and strikeouts, and the illusion of control. But you know what I've learned about control? It's a story men tell themselves before the sky collapses. The Dodgers have gone over the total in 5 of their 8 games. Why? Because they don't just score runs, they drag teams into war. And the Phillies? 2 and 4 to the over, but tonight, that number means nothing. The computer's calling for 10.4 runs. Not 8. 10. This isn't a debate. This is physics and cleats. Luzardo might flash some brilliance. Yamamoto might dance for a few innings. But this isn't a night for quiet. It's a night for barrels, bleachers, and the kind of inning that changes your entire bankroll. And today's AI pick is over 8. It's not about who wins. It's about how loud it gets before it's over. Now if you've been paying attention, here's where we stand. Game 1 Cardinals Moneyline, Game 2 Padres Moneyline, Game 3 Blue Jays Moneyline, Game 4 over 7.5 in the Yankees versus Pirates, Game 5 over 8. In Dodgers versus Phillies, 5 picks. 5 different storms. One channel giving you the edge nobody else sees coming. If you felt that fire tonight, hit like. If you want more picks with soul, style, and zero fluff, subscribe. We're not just predicting games. We're rewriting the script. See you tomorrow.